Well, this is not the first time I've stood up today with a piece of paper in my hand. Think about it. I'm sure most of you, if not all of you, have known Frank and Eileen a lot longer than I have, or my wife Anne. We've known Eileen and Frank about 5 years, and I think everybody else here has known them a lot longer than that. But Frank, Eileen, Anne and myself work at Slinfold for 2 weeks in the summer, looking after the caravan club site. And it was Eileen who encouraged me to start writing a little bit. And so I did. And she's asked me just to read to you one of the poems that I wrote. This is called The Lump with a Bump. When Frank awoke this morning, he drank water, his thirst to slake. And looking in the mirror, saw a lump which began to ache. Throughout the day it got bigger, from right ear to his jaw, until he had to go to bed. He could stand the pain no more. He woke at the start at 4 o'clock, the swelling was still about. We tried to get a doctor, but no one would come out. We took him to the hospital, the minor injuries unit, but much to everyone's great dismay, there was no doctor in it. We took him to another one, in Crawley, far away. He hoped it wasn't serious, needing an overnight stay. His name was called, and off he went. The nurse gave her assessment. I don't know what it is, she said, and left him feeling vacant. 2 hours later, called again, this time to see the specialist. Examining Frank with poke and prod, he gave his diagnosis. "You've got mumps," the doctor said, his beaming face alive. "Don't be ridiculous!" was Frank's retort. "I'm nearly 75! "It doesn't matter how old you are. You may still be contagious. I should put you in quarantine." Frank thought that quite outrageous. "Just to be sure," the doctor said, "I will check out my thesis. I'll telephone the London Clinic for tropical diseases." Now Frank was getting worried, a frown upon his brow. He'd had no drink, no food, no fags, for 3 hours up till now. Now this, and he was on his own. The others, back on site, were fed and watered, feeling good on such a summer's night. The doctor said, "Don't worry, Frank. I don't think you should fret. Go back to camp, enjoy your stay. You've many good years left. But one thing else I must advise, if my advice you seek. You must not go near the grandchildren for another full 5 weeks. 5 weeks! 5 weeks! said Frank dismayed. 5 weeks in quarantine? It seems a bit unwarranted. Well, the baby's now 15. And his sister's 22. In that case, the doctor said, perhaps I should relent. You go back to Slinfold side and sleep well in your tent. Then Big Frank got on the telephone and lift home he requested. Eric set off right away, his goodwill fully tested. He picked Frank up and quickly drove back to the site, of course, for the big man was so hungry he could eat a scabby horse. His dinner was on the table, the vegetables piled high. He scoffed the lot without a pause and sat back with a sigh. The story of his adventure was related at great length, with many peals of laughter for a man of such great strength. The moral of this story is, no matter how young or old, a kid's disease can get you. and lay you right out cold. No matter how much it pains you, it remains a reality that whoever you tell the tale to will give no sympathy. Thank you.